Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna transform using this NORVINA Volume 4 palette from ABH. Look at this crazy hot mess of a hair. I have to redeem myself because my baby hairs have been like crazy in my other videos, so some days I do have to put in more effort, okay? Actually a lot of effort. So using this palette I'm gonna do 6 looks and show you some fun eye looks that you can create with this palette. I'm gonna do 6 eye looks, so 3 looks will be on one side and the other 3 will be on the other side. For the first eye look, I'm starting off with my favorite eyeshadow from this palette. Well, favorite matte eyeshadow. It's the C4 Lavender Pastel Purple. I'm not gonna lie, even though this palette has a lot of stunning eyeshadow colors, I was most excited for this one because when I first started playing with eyeshadows back when I was like 14, this was one of my first eyeshadow colors that I purchased in a little palette. I still remember it was from Clean Color from my local beauty supply. Who remembers those palettes from that brand? This look will be a little bit more basic and simple. I'm just taking the next step to give it some shimmer. And like I usually do for my shimmers, I use the NYX glitter primer. Then we're going to start packing on A2. A2 will have to be my favorite shimmer shadow from this palette. It's so beautiful. The camera does not do it justice. It's a pink shimmer with the lavender reflect. Then just to blend out the outer corner, I'm going to go back with that same eyeshadow C4 and just angle it and blend it out. So for this look, I only use 2 eyeshadows, and then in a moment I'll show you which ones I use for the inner corner. I think this look, honestly, for the springtime can be like an everyday look. If it's your kind of style, your jam. I love the way it turned out. For the next eye, we'll be using eyeshadow B2. Let me tell you, when I'm looking at this eyeshadow, it looks like a soft mauvey rose color, but when you start applying it on your eyelid, it just is so pigmented and you can build it up so easily. I start going in with a light hand and then blend it out as I go because I don't want to go too ham. You know, I get scared of shades like this, especially when it's my first time playing with this palette. So I'm just going to take B2 in my outer corner and blend it all the way to the inner corner so we can have a deep eyeshadow blend before we add our shimmer on our lid. Again, before I put my shimmer down, I'm gonna put my NYX glitter primer, and this helps it to last all day and keep the shimmer as bright as possible in my opinion. For the shimmer eyeshadow, I'm going to use D4. The camera does not do this color justice. D4 would be like a... how do I even describe this? It's stunning. It's like a pinky eyeshadow, like a satin finish, and it has a little bit of a lavender undertone. so it goes well paired with this matte eyeshadow. And again, you just want to blend out the outer edge with the original eyeshadow you used, which is B2. For the inner corners, I tapped into A5 and B1. These are the two looks and I really liked how they came out. For the third look, I'm starting off with the eyeshadow E4. And when I tell you, this eyeshadow, not only is it super pigmented, but so far they have been blending like butter. And I'm not exaggerating. This one in the palette, it looks just like a maroon eyeshadow, but when you start applying it, it's more like an eggplant color. It's gorgeous, like the most gorgeous purple tone maroon I have used in a long time, and it's not patchy at all. As you can see, I'm going in very carefully and slowly, packing it on the outer corner and trying to blend it into the center and inner corner of my eyes for my crease color. My favorite ways to apply Anastasia shadows is to tap into the shadow and then start pressing it and packing it in, mainly where I want the color. And without adding any extra, I just start blending it out. And then if I feel I need to build it up, then I'll add some more eyeshadow. For the bottom lash line, I'm using the same shadow E4. And as I'm adding more towards my inner corner, I'm lightly just blending it because low-key I'm scared of colors like this because it can get harsh real quick. So just be gentle and blend it out lightly. With the clean brush, go ahead and keep blending out those edges. That way there's no harsh lines. Apply your glitter primer so that your shimmer can stick on well. For shimmer, we're going to be going in with eyeshadow C3. And when I tell you this is my second favorite eyeshadow in this palette, I'm not even kidding. Like I said, the camera does not do it justice, but I'll try my best to explain it. It's like a lavender shimmer with a blue shift. It's just stunning, and the way that it coordinates and complements this original E4 eyeshadow is just amazing to me. As you can see, I'm packing the E4 we used at first back on to blend out the outer corner, add more depth and definition, and it just goes so well. So far, I'm loving these looks. Anytime you feel like you need to add more definition back in, just do it lightly and then keep switching brushes to blend. That's always what I do. I add a little more color, then use a blending brush and go back and forth as you need to. I can't get over how pretty blue and purple this eyeshadow looks, this C3. The next look, I realize this is the only semi-neutral look I did. I'm sorry, I'll play more with the other neutral colors next time. But I'm taking the eyeshadow B5. It's like a taupey grayish brown. I'm going to be doing a soft cut crease in the shape of a graphic liner. I'm using one of the Anastasia brush, the side that's smaller, and so far I tap into the pan and then I place it on my eyes and lightly spread it left and right where I want it. So I'm basically doing that to map out the whole shape. Then once I have the shape where I want, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it out. So if it looks a little bit patchy, that's just because I'm just mapping it right now. This eyeshadow blended out very nicely as well. I don't have any complaints on it. I promise I'm not being extra and like saying I love every eyeshadow. It's just, you know, my true opinions on these so far. Again, since this is a more of a cut crease style, I'm gonna clean up my lid with concealer before I add on the lid color, and it's just gonna give me a more crisp line and help me guide where to place my next color. I'm using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. Remember, once you have the shape where you want it, just tap off the excess with your finger or a mini blending sponge because we don't want excess product on our lid. That causes extra creasing and we don't want that. I'm also applying my NYX glitter primer per usual. And for the fun part, I honestly really enjoyed this lid color I'm going to be applying. It's E2 from the palette. And this is such a stunning pressed glitter. It has a green base and an orangey yellow shift. I know the camera only shows it as like white shimmer glitter, but the way it looks in person is with the green base and the orangey yellow shift. To give it even more of a complementary pop of color, I'm using eyeshadow D2. I think they put these two next to each other because honestly they complement each other so well. The yellow for the bottom lash line and the outer corner, I'm just taking more of B5 and packing it on to give it more depth. And then I'm just continuing the angle up to sharpen it a little bit more and deepen it. Then I just blend lightly so that it's not such a harsh line of shadow. But overall, I absolutely love these two looks as well. I can't wait to do the next two. So far, everything has been working really nicely. Let me know what you think when I'm done with the 6 looks. Let me know which one's your favorite. Alright, for this side, I wanted to do a look that can be a little quicker, more simple, and easy to do. I think if you practice, you'll get this down in no time. I'm starting with the inner half of my crease color will be with the eyeshadow E1. As you can see, I just packed it on. Not in a very clean or specific way because I just want to pack the pigment on right now. Take another brush and blend it. And then for the outer half and wing shape, I'm gonna take A3, which, wow, it's like a Barbie purple pink color and it's so beautiful. I love this eyeshadow color. And again, these are blending like butter. It's just amazing how the pigments are so soft. Then I'm just taking my little clean eraser brush and just going over the edge. That way it's not harsh. And I'm gonna start the cut crease very close to my inner corner. I want this to be a little more curvy of a cut crease. So I want the beginning to be a little round. Then I'm gonna clean up the outer edge, the outer wing, so that I can curve it in and finish out my cut crease shape. I know I said this look is quick and easy and simple and it kind of looks hard with the cut crease, but I promise you just practice how to pat and do your cut crease line and you'll get these in no time, and you can do it with any color combinations. And again, since I want it to be more curvy, I'm just making the little curve a little higher in the beginning. Then pat off the excess with the little sponge so that way you don't have too much product on your eye. I was really excited to go in with this NYX pressed glitter because it just looks stunning when you see it in the pan and when you swatch it. But as I started applying it, I noticed that it was super chunky, which I was like, okay, well, I just need to press it on more and pack it on more. So I ended up using a lot of this E3 pressed glitter. It's so pretty. It's like a mauve rose glitter with a lilac purple shift. It's pretty, and as you can see, it's chunky, and I put on a whole lot. But I don't think this is something I would reach for because I found that I had to pack on a lot so that it can start pressing and be more flat on my lid and actually show up. But then you'll see in just a little bit, as I'm finishing my eyes, I just see that it starts fading and I just start seeing specks of glitter on my eyes. You see even here that I'm adding some NORVINA cake liner in the shade Electric Pink. You can already tell how it's fading and I don't know how that's happening. I am lost for words. This pressed glitter is similar formula to the other one that was in the pan that I used earlier, the E2. And I used a NYX glitter primer with that one too, but that one didn't seem to do anything weird. And this one is just fading, and as you can see, my lid is starting to look white now. It's not looking rose or purple anymore. It barely even sparkles. You see how bad it's getting? Anyway, moving to the next eye, I'm going in with E5, which I was super excited to play with. And man, let me tell you, this is literally a pink punch, and I love it. I wish I could do my whole eye with it. I mean, I will eventually, but man, it's a stunning color. There's other videos on YouTube. I know I'm like 2 months late with this palette, but it is limited edition, and if you want it, I say you get it because everything's buttery. Aside from E3, I don't have any issues with this palette. I love it. I think I'm gonna be reaching for it constantly. To blend the inner and outer corner where I put E5, I'm gonna add some E1 in kind of like a curved rainbow shape and connect it and blend it out. This is going to be more like a halo little eyeshadow look. And then with the clean brush, I'm just going to blend out the edges. Make sure there's no harsh lines. Well, I'm just looking at my other eye like so sad. I love this look, but the glitter is just gone. I will try it again next time without the glitter primer since it's a sticky pressed glitter formula. Maybe that'll work better, but I'll keep you posted on that one. For the center lid shade on this eye, I did use again the NYX glitter primer, and I'm gonna go in with the eyeshadow A1. A1 is more of a silvery color, but it does have like a yellowish greenish shift to it, but it's very pretty and it complemented this pink look so well. To blend out that shimmer a little bit and keep the dimension there, add E5 back in the outer corner and also on the bottom lash line in the outer half of your eye. Then go back in with a little bit of E1 and blend out that top and add some color back in. And also put some E1 in the inner half of your bottom waterline. With your little blending brush, just go back in and make sure that everything's blended. And then for the inner corner highlight, I decided to add A2, which looks stunning in person. It didn't pick up as much here in the camera, but it looked so nice with the look as well. I'm not gonna do a huge wing liner, just a small little chunky wing, but I think it looks cute with this eye look. Going back to my other eye to finish off the bottom lash line, I'm gonna add a little bit of E1 and A3 mixed together just to give it just to top it off. Add your lashes and you're good to go. These were my 6 looks. I think the first 4 were my favorite. I mean, I guess these last 2 ones, besides E3, everything was great. If you want this palette, again, it's limited edition and I say you should get it. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.